Hey, it's Father Brian Sullivan again for another 3-minute spiritual espresso shot. You know, as a priest, I always hear from non-Christians or even Christians alike, why does God allow suffering? And the readings today for the Mass, all 3 readings, speak to, I think, why God sometimes allows us to suffer mightily. In the Gospel, we have the story of the leper. And it says here, the leper, from Matthew chapter 8, it says the leper approached Jesus and did him homage. In other words, in his leprosy, he worships Jesus. You see, leprosy is an ugly disease, especially in its advanced stages, and it's completely ugly and disgusting. And despite that, his suffering, he goes to Jesus, worships him. And we see this perfectly in the first reading as well, where you have the story of King Nebuchadnezzar from the second book of Kings. King Nebuchadnezzar was a pagan king, and he conquers Jerusalem. Now again, why would God allow his holy city to be conquered for his people to be shipped off into slavery? Or in other words, why does God allow any of our suffering? It's because sometimes God needs to break our hearts to bring us back to him. Because the number one obstacle that God always has is our pride. And sometimes God needs to break us. So God uses King Nebuchadnezzar, conquers the city of Jerusalem, sends him off into slavery. Then now listen to the responsorial psalm. How powerful now. The Jews cry out, "By the streams of Babylon we sat and wept when we remembered Zion. How could we sing a song of the Lord in a foreign land? If I forget you, Jerusalem, may my right hand be forgotten." Because of their broken hearts, now in slavery, they come back to God. Now look at the leper again. The leper, now humbled through his disease, goes to Jesus and says, "Jesus, if you will it, heal me." And finally, now in his brokenness, when God finally humbles us, when we return back to him, and it's only then that God can finally do his great work in us. God allows us to suffer so we may return back to him. And God does indeed will all of this for us.